New York, from the Satmar Hasidic Jews. This is Rabbi Teitelbaum.
Nice to see you.
Rabbi Kestenbaum.
Rabbi Kestenbaum.
Nice to see you over to the secretary.
Rabbi Frankel.
Pleasure seeing you, Mr. President. Great pleasure having you. Abraham Weeder.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Louis Kestenbaum.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Jennifer Hahn.
Good to see you.
Stay in my life.
Nice to see you. Since President Epstein. Good to see you.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, may I first, before my friends speak here, our friends, I'd like to show you a picture of a meeting I had with the Hasidic community, and there is a grand rabbi who couldn't come today, he was indisposed, but his son is here and will speak. And I asked the grand rabbi at that meeting if, in 1984, if he would support you in the election. He said, well, I cannot speak on the rules. I can't have a political choice and make it public. He said, all of my rabbis know that I support the president. And when the vote came out in this community, it was Ronald Reagan 94%, Walter Malden 6%. They're still looking for the 6th.
Mr.
Thank you all very much.
Would you like to come over, Rabbi Will?
All right.
It is traditional in Jewish custom when a delegation meets the great leader of the country to recite a special prayer, blessing to the President and to the country of the United States. I'll ask Rabbi Teitelbaum, who's the Dean of the United Talmudic Academy Rabbinical School, to deliver the short prayer.
Anoisen Chilam Luchem, Mamshula Lansichem, Malchisem, Malchus Kalalumim. Apoitzes David Avdoi, Machere Veru, Hanoisem Mayon Derech, Bemaim Azam Nesivu. He Yavurach, Vishmoir, Vinsoy, Vyasoir, Viroiman, Vigadol, Vinaselamal, as the Sea Arts Habres and Mishnai. Melech Malcham Luchem, Berachmo, Yachayim, Yishmer, Imikotsuru, Vyugan, Venezig Yatzila. Melech Malcham Luchem, Berachmo, Gitten, Belibam, Rachmunes, Las Stoibis, Imunim, Kol Yisroel. Vigimayim, Ibiumayim, Tibushi, Hido, Yisroel, Ishkanavetach. For the
benefit of the audience here, I like to translate. I'm sure the President understood, but the rabbi. He who grants deliverance to kings and dominions to princes. His kingship is a kingship of all worlds. He who rescued David, his servant, from the evil world. He who put a road through the sea and a path amid the mighty waters. May he bless, preserve, and guard, help, exalt, and make great, and raise high the President of the United States, the Vice President, and the entire Cabinet. May the Supreme King of Kings in his mercy sustain them in life and preserve them, and from all distress, sorrow, and hurt, may he save them. May the Supreme King of Kings in his mercy instill in their hearts compassion to do good with us and with all Israel in their days and in our days. May Judah be delivered and the people of Israel dwell in security. And the Redeemer come to Zion. May this be his will. And let us all say, Amen.
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 Rabbi Kestenbaum.
Mr. President, I'm deeply honored to be here and to be able to personally thank you on behalf of my community for your outstanding leadership in the cause of freedom and opportunity. We Hasidim are especially proud to have supported you personally in your agenda and stand with you in supporting the American values of freedom, opportunity, and family. We are very grateful that in your administration, the Department of Commerce, under magnificent leadership, the Secretary of Commerce, the Honorable Malcolm Baldrige, was recognized that all opportunities to participate in business are often denied because the way we dress, the way we speak, the way we live. We know that you strongly oppose this discrimination and are committed to increasing opportunities and to those of every American to participate to the full extent of his ability in blessing of this great country. We have always recognized that no man is completely free if his brother are not, and every man is enslaved if opportunity is denied to anyone. We also wish to thank you, Mr. President, for establishing a commission to preserve America's heritage board. I'm honored to have been appointed by you to serve on it. This commission is an important symbol to millions of Americans of your commitment to human freedom. Under your leadership, the commission will be worked to preserve the synagogues, cemeteries, and other historic remains, and to liberate the heritage of human dignity all over the world. Thank you.
Well, I thank you, and I'm honored by all of you coming here. Anti-discrimination will still continue to be the philosophy of this administration, and I know what the Secretary and the Department of Commerce have been doing in that same regard.
Mr. President, I have a very short message on behalf of the Grand Rabbi. On behalf of the Hasidic and Orthodox Jewish community, under the leadership of the revered Grand Rabbi of Satmar, Rabbi Moses Teitelbaum, whose picture you have seen before, who is the spiritual leader and mentor of the largest Hasidic community and movement in the United States. We wish to express our great appreciation and full support to you, Mr. President, and your Secretary of State, the Honorable George Shultz, for reaffirming the basic human right of Jewish immigrants to be given free choice to settle in the country of their desire when leaving the Soviet Union. The principle of choosing one's destination is a basic privilege and right for all those who are oppressed and wish to leave the country of their oppressors. America has a long tradition of opening its door to the oppressed, tired, and homeless. This tradition is universally applauded. Jews leaving the Soviet Union should continue receiving refugee status by the United States government and permitted to settle in this great country. We are grateful to you, Mr. President, for this humanitarian deed and your firm position in this important matter to the entire Jewish community. In conclusion, Mr. President, let me say this. We are deeply touched and grateful to you for this great privilege of sharing the last few minutes in the presence of one of the greatest presidents in our history. We thank you for the opportunity and wish you good health, continued success in leading our nation in peace and prosperity for many years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to see you.
This country will always be a refuge for those persecuted or who are fleeing from the wrong kind of governments need a sanctuary.
We appreciate your kind words.
We have something from the Grand Rabbi, some olive.
Small gift for the Passover holiday. This is a goblet, a silver goblet, representing what we call l'chaim. You drink, and you drink for good life and good health and happiness yourself and your wife and your children. And the Grand Rabbi wants to say a token of appreciation for your leadership of this great country.
Well, thank you, and please thank you for me. I'm grateful. You know, if I could just say, something the other day that a gentleman wrote, and I can't even recall his name now. I recall what he wrote. He was speaking to some group, and he said, you can go to Japan to live, but you can't become Japanese. You can go to Greece, but you can't become a Greek. And he went on several places of that kind. But he says, anyone from any place in the world can come to America and become an American.
Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful. And we all came from the other side, and we are now proud Americans.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lot of success.
Thank you.
We all appreciate the great leadership of our country.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, President. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Good health, sir. We wish you continuous good health and what we call joy and nachas from your family, and a happy holiday. All the best. Pleasure meeting you.
Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks again, Mr. President.